Hello and welcome to Living the Reno. Today we're going to be replacing a toilet. Before you get started and open the box, want to just double check that your toilet's going to fit in your current space. Make sure you have enough length, make sure your rough-in location's right, and that you bought the right height that you want. Tools you're going to need: a pair of channel locks or plumber's wrench, or vice grips. Might have to use both of those depending on the style of toilet. You're going to need an adjustable wrench or a set of wrenches to adjust the bolts. If the bolts are too long, you're going to need a hacksaw to cut them to length. You also need a garbage bag, gloves, and some rags. Additionally, to install your seat, in this case you can either use a Phillips or a flathead screwdriver. You're also going to want to make sure you have a new wax ring and a new set of bolts. In our case, the toilet comes with everything we need. Okay, so here are the contents of the box. We got the main bowl, we have the water reservoir, we've got our seat included, and we got our wax ring and bolts here as well. So now we just got to put this together. Okay, before we get started, you want to make sure you clean your toilet because you're going to have to grab it to move it out, as well as to clear out the rest of your bathroom so you have a good workflow to get the old one out and then get the new one back in. Okay, first step, turn off the water supply. Next step, we want to drain all the water out of the toilet. Once you get the water out of the tank in the back, there's still going to be water in the bowl because it's gravity fed. So if you pour a large bucket of water down, it'll start basically a suction process, but then there's no water going to be returning, so it'll drain most of the water out of the toilet. So let's do that now. Okay, so that's most of the water out. There's always going to be a little bit at the bottom, but if you want, you can soak that up with a towel to get rid of the remainder. Okay, so the next step is we're going to take off the toilet bolts themselves. There's usually a plastic cover. You may need a screwdriver to pop them off. Usually you can just squeeze them and they'll come off, and then we'll take the bolts themselves off. There it goes. So just wanted to show this real quick. So this is a hard water line, so it's a solid water line. So it's a solid piece of pipe that goes right from the flange up. And then it looks like these are probably custom bent to fit the exact toilet. I don't think we're gonna get so lucky with the new toilet because it's gonna be a different size. So we're gonna pop out to the store and buy a braided flex line that fits. That way we can maneuver it and it's flexible. But I just wanted to show you that in case you guys have that too. Okay, now it's time to take the toilet actually out of the bathroom. Two things to remember. One, carry it level. The leveler you carry it, there is a P-trap inside. So there's a little bit of water that will always remain in there. So if you do tip it, water will come out, but do expect a little bit of water to come out because you won't be able to carry it perfectly level. So make sure you have a clear path out of the bathroom and to wherever you're going to take it outside. Make sure there's no rugs or anything in case it does spill. It doesn't get all over the place. But let's get started. Okay, the toilet's now out. It's time to remove the old wax ring. You might have to use like a plastic putty knife or a little scraper to get it off. Sometimes it's caked on there. So we're going to clean that up real nice. The bolts that are already here are actually look in decent shape. They're actually still shiny. So we're going to try and just reuse the bolts that are already here as long as they're long enough. But let's get this cleaned up. Okay, well, it's not glamorous, but the old wax is removed out of the flange. The more wax you can clean, the better the seal's going to be. The bolts look in good shape, like I said, so we're going to keep those. But we're now ready to prep the toilet for install. So now we're going to put the wax ring we're going to install on the toilet first. That's to make sure it doesn't actually block this hole. And then we'll seat it into the flange when we get in the bathroom. So if you see the wax ring, it has a flat part and then it has this rounded part. This rounded part you want to put into the flange, and this flat part is going to go against the flat part of the toilet. So you're going to want to basically install this like so. And you're just going to press it on there so it sticks. Make sure it's centered. And then when you place this into the flange, it's going to compress, and then it's going to squish into all these gaps and then into the flange, and it'll create one big seal. So we ran into a small snag when we installed the toilet, and that we were having an issue with the bolts spinning, and the one side wasn't long enough. So unfortunately we had to lift the toilet back up, and that means that the wax seal is no longer good. So we went to the store to get a new wax seal, but we came across these better than wax. They're like a silicone seal, so we're going to give those a try and show you how they work. Because this flange is above the floor, we don't use the additional spacer. This just has the single spacer in there, so that's going to go in here. The one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that bolt I already replaced. This bolt's a little short, and I think we need a little extra length to grab. I'm going to show you how to deal with the bolts spinning in there. There's a few different methods. One is to put another nut and washer, to slide in the flange and put another nut and washer in there. We've seen some people put a screw down in the floor flange beside here to keep it from spinning. Like I said, when they're brand new, they'll probably grab against the bottom, but they tend to like to spin. But what we're going to do is push it up through, and we're going to grab these with a vice grip, get the bolt threaded onto the top, and since we're going to cut the top off, we can then squeeze out as hard as we can. And then once we get a bit of compression, it'll keep the bolt from wanting to spin in the socket. So let's change that one out. And then these plastic guys here actually hold the bolt straight up and down in the flange, so when you drop the toilet in, they're not flopping all over the place. So let's replace this bolt here. Just pull it out. It's in a slot. Find the end. It'll come right out. Here in that one. Slide that in the slot. And then twist it and pull down. So as you can see, they just flop. So we'll slide that on. And then I should also mention, when we tighten these down, one, don't over tighten them because you can crack the bowl. But two, make sure you tighten one side down, then the other side and go back and forth, because if you tighten it all the way on one side, then you're going to be twisting and cranking it too hard. So we'll get that one snug, and just go back and forth. These brackets to hold the thing in, says this side up, and we're going to put that one down first. Then our metal washer, and we'll do our nut. So we ended up lucking out on the second try, and the bolts did not spin. They spun a little, but it worked. So I'm just going to show you here. If you try and put this nut on here, and this bolt wants to spin inside, okay, it will fit in the slot, but there's nothing to stop it from actually spinning other than upward pressure. And those little plastic tabs help hold it straight, and sometimes they help it hold it from turning, but not always. So if you try and thread this on, and the whole bolt's spinning with it, you get a pair of vice grips, put like a shop rag on it so you don't damage the threads, and just lightly hold it at the base of the toilet. Get that started. Once that's on there, now you can grab that a little harder if you have to, because you're going to cut the top of that bolt off anyway. You're going to grab it from the top, hold it still, and then you'll be able to tighten this all the way to the ground. Once you get compression, it should hold it, and then you're just going to cut the top off anyway. Now we got to get the tank ready to go onto the bowl. So on this one here, you've got these little bolts that slide into these slots, like so. And then it looks like the seal goes outwards like this. Let's go put this on the bowl. Okay, so we got the tank attached to the bowl. We didn't really show that because it's kind of awkward up underneath, but there's basically just a nut and a bolt. Tighten both sides evenly, one side after another. Now we're going to hook up our new water line. We thought we could reuse, but we ran into that hard line. So we're going to use this little braided line here. It's got a little 3/8 connection here and then a 7/8 at the top. This connection is plastic and the bowl is plastic, so you don't need any additional seal but this side is metal thread onto the metal thread that's coming out of the wall on the shutoff valve. So we're gonna use a little bit of Teflon tape around there. Then we're gonna tighten that one down. We'll attach this to the bowl, and then we can fill it up with water. All right, we're about to turn the water back on. Just one quick note, this one up here should just be hand tightened, the plastic on plastic. If it's not quite snug enough and there's water coming out, you can tighten it with a plumber's wrench, but it is plastic, so just be careful with that. That you can use a wrench because you're metal on metal. But anyway, let's turn on the water and let's fill the bowl. Okay, so I've checked around the tank here too to make sure that there's no leaks around that seal, and we're good. So we're gonna give it a test flush, and we're gonna look underneath, and we're also gonna go down to the basement afterwards and have a look at that too. So now we're gonna put the seat on. You open up these clips, you got this little washer, goes in there, goes in the hole, and then this goes up underneath the toilet, and that's what grabs the bolts. Well, that's a wrap for today's video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to click that subscribe button and you won't miss out on our future videos.